hard to find the words sometime of the vastness, as I say, of this catastrophe. And there is a sense of rising panic here in Brisbane, but that hasn't stopped neighbours from pulling together. And Chris Allen reports on the residents fighting to save not only their own homes, but also each other's.
How are you going, John? Got most of it out?
Nah, it's not bothered me, but
trying to make sure we don't leave any of the personal stuff in.
We were helping the neighbours at about 4 o'clock this morning, and it was sort of 2 doors down, just at their driveway, so it'll be at our driveway, I'd say, in another hour.
Like passengers on the Titanic, the residents of Graceville on Brisbane's south side are in a desperate race to save what they can. Kent Fallback is one of them.
The sun hitting the water, it's all very nice, but it's your lounge room.
It is your lounge room. You feel like you're on the Titanic?
Yeah, I do, yeah. It's the creeping of the water up the wall.
Ever seen anything like this?
No, definitely not.
Across the road from Kent, Julie Bannister is fleeing her home of 15 years.
So we've taken everything to the next floor up, but we'll put it in the ceiling and take everything else away. So most of our neighbours went this morning.
Today the rain has stopped, the sun's even shining. You could be fooled into thinking the crisis is over, but one look at this and clearly it's not. The water is slowly creeping up the street inch by inch, swallowing one house after another. How's it going, Michelle?
Some books.
How many trips have you made now?
Maybe 4.
Michelle's home is almost totally submerged, but she hasn't given up, diving in and swimming through the water to rescue what she can.
So how long do you think you'll have to get stuff out?
There's another top shelf that I'd like to grab.
We better not keep you.
No. Thank you.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Everything you own's in there?
Everything. Yeah.
Around the corner, Selena and her partner Dan are using a tinny to rescue what they can.
Heartbreaking for you to see it like this?
Yeah, at least we're all safe. Yeah.
That's the main thing. Where did you spend last night?
At a friend's house. Yeah, lots of friends coming to help this morning, try and get out what we can.
exceptionally heartbreaking. We worked so hard for this, so... Mog it, Harry.
Yeah. Well, looks like you've got lots of helpers here.
Yeah, lots of mates. That's what being old is all about, I suppose, isn't it?
Dan Hinterreiter has just built here and can't believe his house is about to be consumed by muddy water.
And this is a lovely home, then.
It was. No, it still is. No, it's still a home. We're just going to get kids back here, so it'll be home again.
I'm a carpenter by trade, so 15 years I've been renovating, finally got to the last stage and the water starts to come up, so it's a bit of a sort of painful thing.
Across the road, Dan's neighbour is dealing with the same loss.
It's going to melt back into the water now. The hardwood frame will still be there though, it'll be harder than ever, so...
That's the bright side.
That's a good thing, yeah.
The resilience of the flood victims is remarkable. Even more moving, the neighbours helping one another, like the one who came to warn Dan time was running out.
Come down to 140, we've got about... Yeah, we're trying to get out, go and we're gone.
Yeah, we're trying to get out, mate.
Thanks. Excuse me,
Go for it.
you guys take yourself home.
This is Oxley Road, normally one of the busiest streets on Brisbane's south side. Today, the only way you could get down it would be by boat. Most of the people here have already fled voluntarily. There are still people trying to move furniture out as the water rises. Nearly all of these houses went under in '74, and predictions are that they will all go under again.
The worst thing is there's no beer in the fridge because the fridges are up there. Anyway, gents, enjoy yourselves.
I don't want to bring the kids here because they'll get emotional. Yeah, I don't even want to look in his room because everything's sort of floating about.
It's heartbreaking.
It is, but we've had warning, so we're lucky.
But you're best of luck.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, no worries.
Certainly a worrying night ahead for everybody there and thousands more. And of course, it's not only homes that are in danger, it's people's Brisbane River. And look at it, it is still boiling. That lazy old river that we knew, it's unrecognisable now, so swift and dangerous. So much more water in homes and businesses throughout this city and state, so much to clean up. And as the flood slowly recedes, everyone's asking, where do you begin? The reality is this crisis is far from over.
This is what the people of Graceville woke up to this morning. Dozens of their homes either totally or partially submerged. It's an eerie feeling floating around backyards in a boat. We've already been over garden sheds, back fences, cars, who knows what. There are power lines above, so it's not easy, but this is the only way in to most places.
That's unbelievable. It's just, I can't describe it. I've got no words, really.
He may be lost for words, but it looks like Dan Hinterreiter hasn't lost everything.
So Dan, it looks like you've been spared the worst here. Yeah, we've missed out on that top level, which is like that second level there, so that's good. A big relief. Oh, huge. Yeah.
We scramble onto Dan's back deck and inside to see the water has totally flooded the ground floor of his brand new home.
Not the sight you want to wake up to every day, is it? Oh, that's for sure. No. That's the theatre. That's done. Yeah. That's the only place, the only part of the house that's got carpet in it.
For some who can't reach their homes, it's all too much. We found Lexi, who lives around the corner from Dan, at the water's edge and offered her and son Dan a ride to check out the damage.
So this is you just here, sir?
Yeah. So it's mangroves now.
We had to leave a lot of stuff behind, and we stacked it. But I think a lot of the stuff we've stacked, beds will be gone.
Heartbreaking?
Yeah, but not as bad as I expected, so thank you.
Just to give you an idea of how high the floodwaters did rise, this is Coleman Street in Graceville, one of the streets we were standing in yesterday. You may remember we were in Kent's lounge room as the water was rising. His house is about 4 doors down there on that side. It's now almost totally underwater. We also spoke to his neighbour Julie, who's on this side of the street. Luckily for her, it looks like the floodwater has only flooded the lower part of the house. And looking at the fence line, you can already tell the water has dropped about 40 centimetres.
I said to a guy down here the other day, I said, just enjoy the river frontage because people pay millions for it.
So you're just a bit too close to the river.
Yeah, that's right.
Kent can't get anywhere near his place, but he's prepared for the worst.
So I kind of know what it's going to be like. So I've prepared myself for that. And, something on your nose and your galoshes and away you go.
Obviously that's Michelle's house where we were watching her swim into yesterday. Yeah, she's right under there.
Yesterday we watched Michelle swim through the flood to rescue possessions from her house. Today you can't see her house, and no doubt like Dan, she'll be thinking, what next?